I never leave a Nick stream for IP. To be fair, he was streaming before me, so it makes sense that there was more people there. But Rajat?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Hi. So I do disagree with you, but I should mention that I'm not Muslim. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Hindu. Just like a general theist. My concern or my problem with um, Christianity, I suppose your view of Christianity is eternal hell. Um, but by the way, I should mention that I had a debate with Jake Jake Brancatella, right?
Mm-hmm.
The a brief debate, like 17 minutes, um, and um, the like, one of the things that I was talking to him about is like moral epistemology and like how eternal hell, given our fundamental moral intuitions, is just not benevolent.
Mm-hmm. So what's
Like
your problem with
eternal hell.
Christianity?
That's the main problem, right? Like that you believe in eternal hell, right?
Why is that a problem?
Yeah, it is a problem because you lose omnibenevolence of God. Like if you lose omnibenevolence of God because of this particular view, then you lose half of the arguments of God, I think.
Well,
And
how does he lose omnibenevolence?
um, you lose omnibenevolence by um, making the meaning of the word um, contentless. Like it does not connect with any of our moral intuitions, fundamental intuitions.
Yeah, it does. It goes to our moral intuition. One of our moral intuitions is if someone is on Earth and they are going against like practical standards of what we call goodness. We if they're doing horrible things, we put them in jail for their whole life so they can't do anything bad. In the same way, if someone rejects Christ and rejects the ultimate source of goodness, they are put in hell for all eternity. I don't see how that goes against our moral intuition.
So I agree with you that we do put people in jail for doing bad things. Yeah, sure. But the issue is God, like putting them in eternal hell, and like they are not fixed, they are not like repaired, rehabilitated. That's the issue, right? Like they are going to suffer there forever, with no hope,
Yeah,
with
but you
no hope.
understand though that it's because of the hardening of their heart. It's because that's what they chose. I feel like it would be worse for God to put them in heaven if they chose that they don't want to be with Him.
Yeah, so my issue with that of like hardening of their heart is like, why does that even happen? Like why does God even allow that to happen, like hardening of the heart? Because it's um like if I have a family member, a best friend, someone who I dearly love, right? Um, I would not want their heart to be like hardened, right? And it's sort of like, even if their heart is hardened, the issue is like, if someone is self-harming, suffering continuously, we try to stop them from causing such self-harm to
God,
themselves.
yeah, God tries to stop us from hardening our hearts too, but eventually gets to a point where we reject Him so much that He allows it to occur based on the free will for us to allow, or for Him to allow us to not choose Him.
So like, let me ask you this, I guess, clarifying question. So like in heaven, people who are in heaven, they still have free will, right? Like those who go to heaven.
Yeah, they would still have free will in heaven, but because they're united to God, all they want is the goodness.
So like, given that they have free will in heaven, right? Now, of course, they are united to God. Like you can also call it like a kind of reverse hardening, where it's they keep loving God in heaven,
Yep.
but they still have free will. So then if that is the case, then we like the hardening of the heart needs to be justified without the use of free will, right? Because free will is in heaven. People have free will in
No,
heaven.
no, no. But I'm saying it's the free will specifically to choose him or not. So we have the free will on earth to choose him or not to choose him. Once you go to heaven, right? There's no free will to choose him or not to choose him because you've already chosen him at that point. Okay, that's the difference. So here on earth, we have the decision to choose him or not choose him. In heaven, that's not the case.
So my issue is with this permanence, right? Like a single permanent choice. That's my issue. Like, why is that even permanent? Like, why cannot be it like someone who does bad things, who dies and then goes to hell and then suffers there, and after suffering for a while, they change their views, change their mind, and then they want to go to heaven.
Well, because I'm not saying it's not just one choice. Like it's a lifetime of going against God. It's not just one choice.
Yeah, sure, it's lifetime of going against God, but the lifetime, like, why could the lifetime not say be thousands of years, millions of years or something? Or like why does God give up on the people in hell?
Because they've
That,
hardened
that's
their hearts so much to the point where they will not change their decision. That's the entire point.
even
You
with
go to hell because you won't change your decision on God.
like even with God's omnipotence, you still not able to change
Yeah,
the
because
sorry,
if
God
God
was
uses his omnipotence to change our view, then it's not free will anymore.
um so like, but I mean, in heaven people have free will still, right? But so the problem is hardening, right? The permanence of the choices in this life, right?
Mm-hmm.
That lead to this kind of hardening. My problem is with the system itself. Like, why does this hardening need to happen? Like, is this a metaphysical truth or something?
Yeah, I think it comes with free will, that if you have free will and the choice between two decisions, at some point some people will pick a choice and never go against that choice. That is the people that go to hell.
Okay, but the like, okay, so why, like, are you saying that the hardening, uh, specifically the feature of hardening, is required um, for free will or something like that? Like, please explain that to
Yeah,
me.
everyone that is in hell will have a hardened heart. They will be continuously sinning in hell, and we see that in the story of Lazarus and the rich man, where the rich man is still sinning even after his death. He is still taking Lazarus as a servant.
Okay, so but but again, like, it's so okay. Let me sort of try to um um like, when we think about someone's choices leading to certain kind of like hardening, right? Like for example, like, do people in eternal hell have free will still?
Well, yeah, they would still have. We believe that when you're in hell, you're continuously still sinning. You're continuously still in sin in hell, but you're freely choosing that. Obviously, we don't think anyone ever loses free will.
Okay, so no one ever loses free will, right?
No, no,
And free will is a kind of, I guess, intrinsic good in your view, right? um
it can't.
so
Depending on how
you
it itself is good, but you can use it for evil.
Yeah, sure. But as I said, right, like, the the hardening feature the hardening feature of free will, like, it just is not plausible to me that an omnipotent being would not like, would allow that to happen, like this hardening kind of thing, because it's like, Like, do you have family, Nick?
Do I have family? Yeah, I have a family.
I mean, family as in like children, wife,
Oh, nah, I ain't got that. Nah.
parents. You,
Yeah, I
sorry.
got parents. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It was stupid way to
Nah, that's
say.
okay, bro.
Um, I'm not an native English speaker, so like, uh, I'm
That's all
sorry
right,
about
man.
that. But like, look, your dad or your mom, and you have good relationship with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I can understand if your mom and dad and like you did not have good relationships and you are living separately. Like, I understand that, but and that is like free will, sure, cool. But the issue is, if your mom or dad were making a horrifying choice that will have some kind of like permanent consequences, as in like, think of like, there is a there is a an abyss, right? It never ends. If you fall in there, you keep falling,
Mm-hmm.
right? You keep falling, and you keep screaming, falling, crying, forever and ever and ever,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, you would do, I think, a lot. Like, pretty much, I think you would not give up. You would protect your parents, right? Like, they are being irrational by choosing that abyss, right? That hole.
Let me give you a kind of a counter example to where I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be if, let's say, my parents were continuously running for the abyss and I was continuously pulling them back, but I knew that they would never, ever, ever stop running for the abyss. Eventually, at some point, I'm going to give up because I know they're never going to stop running for the abyss. So why would I continue to try to keep pulling them towards me if I know at some point they're going to just keep going? Well, that's what God is doing. God is continuously trying to pull us towards him, but at some point he's like, you guys are going to continuously running into sin. So listen, I'm not going to keep trying to pull you back, right? I'm going to allow you to eventually go into the abyss. That's all he's doing.
Like, I mean, I would not give up on my parents. Like, I will keep
Would
trying.
you not
Like,
give up if you knew that no matter how much you kept going, they were going to keep running for the abyss?
like,
That would be a
so,
waste of time. You know they're going to keep doing it.
um
That's like saying, for
like,
example, say your parents are in jail, okay? And you know that every time you bail them out, they're going to go and commit a heinous crime. Let's just say rob a bank, just for TikTok purposes to make sure it's not a really terrible thing. You say every time you bail them out, they will keep going and robbing a bank. Will you keep bailing them out? Or at some point, will you say, listen, I'm going to stop bailing you out because clearly you've chosen what you want to do?
yeah, I
Okay, at some
agree
point, you'd
with
stop
that.
bailing them out. Okay, in the same way, at some point, God's going to stop trying to reach out to you. If he knows that you're just going to keep doing what you're going to do. You don't care.
So, okay, but like, even if I stop doing that, right? Like, so the person who gets bailed out, he does bad things continuously, and I give up and let them stay in the prison, right? But the issue even there is that, um like, in prison, like, if prison was an actual literal torture chamber, um, of immense, intense pain, like higher level of pain than, say, like, Holocaust, trillions of Holocausts, or like trillions of like rapes, sexual assaults, or
Well,
something.
I think that you're missing what hell is, though. Hell is not a torture chamber. Matter of fact, the word torture is never mentioned in the Bible about hell. Not one time. It's always torment that's mentioned. Okay. Now, torment is internally inflicted. Okay. So again, the word torture is never used. So we don't believe that hell is some torture chamber where they're being burned and forever. And that's not what it is. Okay. Hell is a place where it is horrible because you are internally rejecting the only source of goodness, which is God. If you reject the only source of goodness, then all there is evil and bad. And that's what they're experiencing internally.
I mean, like, the issue that I'm still stuck on is like, as you said, right? Like, if I knew my parents would not, they would keep running toward the abyss, right? No matter what. The issue is like this this fact of hardening is made by God, right? This whole system is made by God, right? Such that this hardening happens after you die. So,
I
like,
don't I don't think the hardening necessarily happens after you die. I think it's possible you can harden your heart within your lifetime.
okay. So this kind of hardening, right? Like God created this hardening, right? Or is it like a
No. I
metaphysical
don't think he
fact?
created the hardening. I think that he gave us free will and that it's a product of free will that it's a possibility for the hardening of one's heart.
But in heaven, there is no possibility of hardening one's heart, though, right? Like it's like they still have free will in heaven.
Yeah, they still have free will in heaven, but again, that the free will is to choose between multiple goodness, right? Multiple goods. But when you're in hell, you're choosing between multiple evils. The difference is, so it's still free will, it's just what you have the choice to choose. While you're on earth, you have the choice between good and evil. Either choose God and choose good or choose evil and choose sin. When you're in heaven, you've already united yourself to the good. So you're just choosing between multiple goods. It's like, okay, it's like if you were to walk into a grocery store, right? You have the choice, okay? Either choose the candy or you choose the healthy food. But if you walk into a candy store, all you have to choose from is the candy. That's it, right? Or if you walk into a food store that has just good food for you, right? Like a Whole Foods has pretty good food for you, I think. Just all you have to do is just choose between the good food. That's like heaven and hell, right? Where it's like, okay, well, you have all the candy. Now you still have free will in a candy store, but you only have the choice between candy. You don't have any choice for good stuff. But I think we'll have to end it there. I got some other guests I do want to get up.
Yeah.
But it was a
All
good
right. Thank you.
conversation though.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully I could
Yeah.
just help you think about some things. But thank you, bro. I appreciate you for hopping up, man.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, take care, man. Take care, bro.